Okay, we're back with more Dungeon Keeper. It's been about a year since I played this last, so it might take a little bit for me to get my sea legs back. I did find out that there's a way to hopefully fix performance issues we were experiencing last episode that were connected to turning on the high-res mode. Already having some issues here. I might need to boot the game in order to get it in full screen. Let's see.
Game loaded.
Yeah, okay, this is where we had left off. I had left myself a bunch of notes. Let me see if I can... Can I pause the game in this? So I can, like, think for a second before I start? Shoot. My notes to myself were... move around with the arrow keys, zoom with home and end, right-click to drop stuff, left-click to mine, left-click again to cancel. Research menu is the book. I can spawn more imps with money. I want to build a treasure room immediately, a lair, start gathering gold, then do a hatchery and other buildings in order. There's a list of idle creatures here on the creature tab that I can send to train, so I probably want to do more of that if I can find my training room here. Okay, thank you. Cool. Yeah, those are my notes though, so help me if there's something I'm supposed to remember from last episode, feel free to just tell me, that's okay. Can I give commands while paused? They'll all automatically try to train in here if I put them here, right? Okay, cool, thanks. Yeah, I just changed the CPU cycles to max. What else I gotta work on here? I'm gonna keep researching stuff. I think I've got people gathering gold. What are the three different options here? These... I know this is idle, this is in combat. Is this like gathering or building? The middle one? Okay, that's right. I was on pause. That's why I can't switch panels here. Gotcha. Train a warlock. Create imp. Possess creature. Speed monster. So I need a library to make warlocks, right? Is that how that works? I have to assign that to a room, right? I think I already have the hatchery here. I have the treasure room. Already got the training room and the hatchery, so everything else should be good. So when I'm sitting around waiting for things to happen, what's my best option?
Need a bigger training room.
Need a bigger training room for everybody else. So if I want to increase the size of my training room, do I have to assign people to like mine the sides of the existing one? Or what's the best way to go about doing that? We'll call this on some kind of task. We should include training, digging, researching, anything and sleeping. Okay. Or at least the 3x3 for most room types.
Into a new area.
Does the size of the room increase automatically once I mine the edges of it, or no, not necessarily? Oh, I have to assign more floor to count as. Okay, I think I remember now. Sorry, it's gonna take me a while to remember. It's May 2021 is when I played this last. So we need more library, is what you're saying, right? This to be effective at all.
Your creatures are under attack.
Now, are my creatures under attack because I basically dug into the area where the enemies are? The game's a little loud. I'm gonna try turning it down here. 1 second. I do already have a library.
Your minions are winning a battle.
Oh, thank you.
Your creatures are under attack.
Okay. Now, why isn't it already giving me the option to summon warlocks? Do I have to send units in there in order to gain that ability first or something?
You need a bigger training room. Your creatures are attacking the enemy.
If we get an enemy that suddenly comes into the room here, will they automatically stop training to fight?
The enemy has broken through your walls. Your creatures are under attack.
Most enemies can't break your walls once imps reinforce them. Okay. Could I have known beforehand that I was about to break into an enemy area? Even if they were in the middle of training previously, it sounds like.
Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle.
Be long before their kin launch another assault. Let me save.
Game saved.
Can scout in the future with spells, but for now I'm digging blind. Okay. And I can also slap them a little bit too.
You need a bigger training room. You need a bigger training room.
Okay. Need more training room space. Gotcha. Can they train indefinitely, or do they get to a point where they're just maxed out and there's no reason for me to keep them in there? I see, just a little option. Gotcha. So this means that their working can include training in this room, right? Sure. They'll stop once they get to level 10? Okay. Possessed creature, great imp. I'm sorry if you told me this earlier in terms of like making new units here. Training room. So I already have a warlock. Do they generate automatically once I have this room built, basically?
Dark days are numbered, evil one. Your creatures are under attack.
Imps are the only ones that I can make directly. They're the ones moving in their own.
Your creatures are under attack.
Can I jump to where combat is? Is there a way for me to see it quickly? Or is that what I'm seeing right
Creatures are
now?
falling in battle. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions
I don't need to
are winning a
micro
battle.
this very much, right? They can just fight, and it's fine.
Minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are under attack.
Right click on their portraits. Ah, okay, thanks.
Your gold reserves are running low. Your creatures are attacking the enemy.
That's how I got this pulled up down here, right? Okay, I see.
Your creatures are falling in battle. Your creatures are under attack. Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are falling in battle. Your minions are winning a battle.
Okay, and so long as that's just blank with no enemy units listed, then I don't have anyone to fight, basically. It would be nice nice to start a new stage after this, so I can get a chance to remember how to do all of this. Now, do I win after I've just defended for a certain amount of time, or do I have to seek out and attack them? Do they eventually run out of units to rush at me? Oh, okay. Don't send the... Okay, do the opposite of what I just did. Gotcha. Do I need to maintain any of these rooms after I build them?
It is payday.
This is the gold stores that are our problem, right? So I need to, like, find more gold ore to dig for in the halls somewhere in order to get more money?
Your gold reserves are running low. Your creatures are attacking the enemy.
Okay, I wonder if I can review the victory conditions for this stage.
Game saved. Your minions are winning a battle.
You meet with success again. Oh, good.
You cannot afford to train creatures.
Cool. Press space to proceed to the next realm. Okay. That does scroll too fast because of the high CPU cycles, right?
This place now has a proper name because of what you did here. There is a healthy disrespect for life, and you'll be amused to hear that cannibalism has gained a strong foothold amongst the ragged inhabitants.
I do like this game as a you are the bad guy game, right? Like, I feel like that started to become really popular around this era, and this is a particularly well-executed version of that.
Flowerhat. Polite bartering has led to extreme compassion and a surfeit of contentment in this area. Not even a thick-skinned troll could survive the understanding and help these scummy people can provide.
Scroll in the top left is the full map. Okay. It'll help to start a map from scratch. I might try to wrap a little bit early today so that next time I can, depending on when I beat a level. Let's do today's date.
Game saved.
Just to make sure that I'm always starting from the beginning. So my rules were, build up your dungeon with the rooms available to you and claim the portal nearby, but do not venture north. Powerful adversaries lurk there. It would be wiser not to disturb them until you're prepared. Okay, so left click to mine, left click again to cancel. Research menu is a book, spawn more imps with money. Build a treasure room immediately. Start gathering gold, then do a hatchery, then other buildings in order. Okay. So let me look at the full map here. If I do zoom with that, okay, cool. So there's zoom in and zoom out. This is probably the mode I want to be in for most of the game. So they're warning me not to go north. Can I always see the gold veins like that, or is that just special for those ones, like to kind of entice me to go somewhere I'm not supposed to? I'm wondering if they tend to give me a room that's intended to be my first treasure room at the beginning, like the one that I have at the bottom here. I can always see gold map wide. Okay. This one, you mean? Oh. I see. So there's one due west of me, which I probably need to head to. Thanks. Let me add that. I'm gonna try to manage my Dungeon Keeper text file here while we play. Quick scroll top left for full map. Includes all gold veins. Okay. Sure. This thing in the east is not a gold vein, that's something else. Oh, shoot. Defensive computer system. Construct your dungeon. Does not attack. Oh, okay. Is there a way for me to quickly get back to my base where I'm starting at? Oh, they're already trying to do what I was about to tell them to do anyway. That's just fine. I have it turned off now, I think, so it should be fine. There's a way for me to tell it to... like, drop whatever thing I currently have selected? Is that just to right-click an empty space? Yeah, fortunately, that's what I was going to tell them to do anyway, so that works. Got it. Save again.
Game saved.
So they're going to start mining all that stuff out. I need to make another room for, I think it's a lair and then a hatchery, right? Okay. And I don't have to command them individually. I make big commands like make this room, and then if someone's available, they just try to do it, right? Should I be summoning more imps at the start? Look, is this the best time to do it? I know it's somewhat expensive. I'm kind of remembering now-ish. So I need a lair. Oh, and then they have to come in the room to actually claim the area, I see. Which they'll try to do separate from digging, I guess. Now, does claim space have to be adjacent to my existing claim space? Is that why that's tracked separately? This might be too big of a layer. 3x3 might be fine. Okay, thanks. Right click, go this way. So I won't even try to claim a space if it's not adjacent to some of your existing claim space, right? Oh, impenetrable rock, okay.
You need a bigger treasure room.
Right, so my starting treasure room is way too small. How does the game handle, like, hallways, or it doesn't? It's just, have you assigned an area to be a certain kind of room or not? Hatchery is allowed to be smaller. Okay. Does the game care about connecting claim spaces between rooms, or does it only care about whether I've assigned, like, I can make a room any shape I want, it doesn't have to be a square, it's just, hallways don't exist as a concept. Thank you, that was my question. I think I asked this last time, but has anyone tried to make, like, an indie take on this? Hatchery could probably be smaller, but I did learn that I want the training room to be somewhat large, so... So maybe this over here can be my training room. I have room to expand that west. Sounds pretty cool. I said 3x3 is probably fine for a hatchery. So a lair is a place for them to rest, the imps specifically, maybe my other units too. A hatchery is what attracts new monsters to my dungeon. Probably don't need a particularly large library, I assume. Right, how do the imps automatically try to reinforce walls when they have nothing else to do? Imps have no needs at all, okay. to get to that portal first. Okay. So they'll always start working on just reinforcing everything whenever they get a chance. Okay, and I can see the difference. That's when there's this, like, stone pattern on the top of the wall. That means it's reinforced.
An entrance has been claimed.
Workshops manufacture essential furniture, doors, and traps. If your workshop occupies a spare of at least 9 tiles, its presence will lure the underworld's finest artisans to your dungeon. Okay, so this is new, and I can build a new room for it. It has to be at least 9 tiles. Is this another one that I can get away with just having it be 3x3? Have to find a way to cross the river of molten lava that bars your way. Okay. I can force them to reinforce walls by like clicking and dragging them onto things, basically. Troll has joined you. Skilled in the craft of manufacturing, trolls are employed during dark deeds in your workshop. They don't complain about the hours. Labors keep them away from combat. Manufacture traps and doors. You need to assign creatures to it by dropping them into the room. Manufactured items can be selected from the workshop panel as soon as they're ready. I see. This guy's a troll, and does he start automatically working in this room then? And you said I probably shouldn't over-level my imps for combat because they're not great at it anyway, and they should be used for other tasks. Or not risked in combat, at least.
We need a bigger training room.
I already need a bigger training room, okay. I'm trying to remember if I remember this or not. Do imps automatically prioritize digging whenever I have a dig option, even if I'd already assigned them to something like training? It's wasting training space to level your imps, okay. If I just drop them anywhere, they'll just work on reinforcing and leveling up and that kind of a thing.
It is payday.
Imps you have training can't do other work. Okay, that makes sense. Assign it. You assign them to training, they only train. Ah, okay.
Reserves are running low.
So when it tells me my gold reserves are running low, that means I need to find more things on the big map, right? Here, save again.
Game saved.
Find that spot specifically. Does this, like, gem spot count as gold, effectively? Is it, like, more dense gold, basically? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So the workshop panel is this guy once they finish crafting them, right?
Your gold reserves are running low.
Oh, they can be mined for infinite gold. Is that a new concept in this level, or did that exist previously? Hoping this isn't too far north. Okay, this one actually wants me to go on the offensive instead of just defending indefinitely. Yeah, the imps have the engineering skill to build bridges. You'll need bridges across some of the more hazardous underworld terrain. Okay. Now, where does that fact that they learned how to build bridges, is that... This is this guy, so I have to manually plot out a bridge, basically. New concept for this level. Okay, gotcha. So, can I... If I have this, can I ignore all other sources of gold on the map, because this is going to be a better source of it, or... Because I tried to mine out the sides so that they can hit all 3 walls simultaneously. I don't know if that's actually something I need to worry about or not. Remind me, is there some advantage to leaving my warlocks in the library as opposed to doing combat training room? More surfaces is good. Okay. What does it say about doors? Traps and doors available to you. So when they're in the workshop, are they just like secretly working towards unlocking these technologies? And one of the ones they unlocked was bridge.
A door has been manufactured. Your workshop is not big enough.
Workshop has created a wooden door. Placed in a corridor restricts access to the enemy. Creatures may pass freely. Lock or unlock doors. Okay, so that's this guy. What's the whole deal with my workshop not being big enough? Is that because I assigned too many trolls there? Pre-exposed face of gemstone and support multiple. Okay, so I need to expose as many of them as possible. I see. That's workshop space. We have one non-edge tile. Oh, I see. Okay, so anything that's touching a wall doesn't count for letting me assign trolls there, basically.
A new spell has been researched.
Gotcha. Okay, so place the door somewhere. I guess it makes sense to put it like somewhere like there. I see. Gotcha. Thank you. This is the most accessible, like, RTS adjacent game I've played. Like, I don't feel the constant terror that I feel in every other RTS type game I've played on stream. I like that this game is very focused on the strategy aspect and not as focused on the tactics aspect of like microing each of the units.
A door has been manufactured.
Or so do the enemy eventually destroy my doors if given enough time? Probably can make some more imps. What's an imp cost that is probably high enough to suggest that I have enough imps, right? Because this is based on how many imps I already have. So if I see that it costs 2,400 or something, I can assume that I have enough. So I can make better than wooden doors at some point.
A new spell has been researched. A trap has been manufactured.
What I was planning for with this little room over here. Something, I guess. Doors can be sold for money somehow. That's
You need a
interesting.
bigger treasure room.
Workshop produces a poison gas trap. Position it, and when an intruder sets it off, it will envelop the area in deadly vapors. Does that only hurt the enemy? Research call to arms. The first time you cast it, your creatures gather around a banner created by the spell. Cast it again on a target area. Call to arms only costs gold when it's targeted beyond your territory. So it just summons everybody at once to, like, cover a specific area. Oops.
Game saved.
I keep wanting to have these like interstitial like hallways and stuff, but I think I need to stop thinking of the game that way and
A
just
door has been manufactured.
make everything touch each other, you know? figure that it's like, it's fine. Oh, because I have so much gold? I see. And another door. Which I won't be able to place until that's taken care of, I guess. Poison gas traps. So can I just, like, cross over my own poison gas traps perfectly safely, or is that something I have to worry about?
A door has been manufactured.
Yeah, I guess I could make a bajillion imps. May as well. Traps are completely safe for me? Okay. So is each of these machines correlated with exactly one troll that's been put in this room? Do most idle creatures try to find something to do if I don't tell them to explicitly? Like as they generate? I assume this level is designed so that the computer is intentionally non-aggressive, so you can kind of learn the mechanics of it.
A trap has been manufactured.
So I'm completely safe both from walking over those traps and from being in the region of those traps if an enemy activates them, right?
It is payday.
Let's see. Now, if they max out their stats in the training room, will they automatically go back to, like, working in the workshop or researching or whatever? I have to, like, manually pass them over there? Okay. See what you're saying. Oh, those are the wrong guys. These guys seem to be... Demon spawn are not trolls. And I could train my imps, but they're probably better off continuing to, like, dig, get money. Now, when it says I need a bigger treasure hold, that just means the imps aren't going to bother with... They literally can't mine any more money, so they'll focus more on reinforcing walls and mining and other things I've told them to do. Do my doors lock automatically? Like, automatically try to allow... So they'll never mind this gold seam until I spend some money from the treasure room, right?
You need a bigger treasure.
I see. Thanks for your patience. I'm obviously still learning this game.
Game saved.
Can always pick up gold. Okay.
Food is scarce. Enlarge your hatchery.
Okay. Is that just because I have so many units that I need a bigger hatchery?
A trap has been manufactured. You have tunneled into a new area.
Tunneled into a new area presumably means I'm close to the enemy now. I guess there's that lava thing that I have to cross with the bridge, right? So I don't want to make you do a ton of homework, Nubulator, but if there's things that you had to repeat for me today, that might be helpful for me to know next episode. If you can like send me a list of those, I'll add them to my text file for my review before next episode. I'll do my best to add some stuff myself, but since I'm not the expert, it's hard to keep track of which of those things is the most important, you know?
Your creatures are under attack.
Okay, so they're attacking from across there, I see. My creatures attempt to run away if they can't get over there, or are they just gonna walk around like dummies and get themselves in trouble here? Okay, I appreciate it, Nubulator. Mostly worried about stuff that I should have already known from the first episode that you're having to remind me about. That way I can review it before the next episode. So I'm guessing this is like the dream here, right? Of like having a little room that the enemy is going to have to come through that's completely full of traps. And they've designed this whole level in order to force this situation. That I basically have to build a bridge to force them to come at me.
A trap has been manufactured.
They're trying to claim those squares? Okay, and once they're claimed, they'll leave. Is there any reason to have multiple doors in sequence like that? Does it like delay the computer for longer? The level design in this is part of what makes it amazing. Like so many of the RTS type games I've played, the campaign levels are horribly designed. They are not designed to teach you anything. They're not designed to like isolate an idea. I think StarCraft Brood War was trying to do the let's isolate an idea thing a little bit better, where they're like intentionally gating things or changing the way the core level works in order to make sure you understand something before getting to the next level. It's really, really good. I like it about this game.
Need a bigger treasure hole.
I'll have to bash down each door. Okay.
A door has been manufactured.
I can't really rebuild a wall, can I? Or is that one of the things I can select? And how do I sell doors if I wanted to just... I guess I don't need the money, but... Treasure room is full. They were fighting before, now they're not. Sell button on this guy. Gotcha, thank you. Just to free up the space. Can I tell it that I don't want it to make any more doors and just focus on poison gas traps, or does it just automatically do that?
You need a bigger treasure room.
There can be hidden bonus goodies in the dark corners of the map that you otherwise don't have any reason to explore. Gem veins equal infinite gold. And by trolls. Traps, doors, only allies move through doors. Automatically fills in a preordained order, then repeats that order to increase the number of things I have in stock. Is there anything I can do to increase the number of units I have coming out here?
A door has been manufactured.
Like to get more trolls or more warlocks? It seems like I've been floating around like 5 and 6 of them for some time here.
You need a bigger treasure hole.
I guess the only issue with this game that I have with every other RTS is that I still can't really understand what size force is sufficient, you know, to defend myself or to fight or whatever. Okay, so this portal is only going to send a certain number. And there's no way for me to know. Like, if it looks like it's not going up anymore, I can assume that I've hit the maximum for that type of thing, I suppose.
You need a bigger training room.
Penetrable rock.
You need a
You have too many flies and not enough warlocks. You can drop flies into the portal. Okay, does that... So each time it generates a monster, is it giving me those at random, basically?
Nothing left to research.
Nothing left to research. Ah, okay. Gotcha. You said I have to manually tell my trolls to train, right? Otherwise they just won't. I see, so I could keep trying to roll that to try to get a specific army if I wanted to, but I'm guessing most levels don't require me to do that level of shenanigan. So...
It is payday.
How do I know, can there be like one bit of stock on each edge tile in here? Like how do I keep track of when I'm out of stock in the workshop? Probably good to go ahead, at least save and then see what happens. Do that in here in a second. Tell a unit to train, it'll train forever until it hits max level or it's forced to stop. Okay.
Game saved.
Let's go ahead and say build some bridges here. Now that's a bridge plan, the imps still have to build it, right? Oh no, I guess not. It just becomes available instantly. And this is me saying, okay, I'm ready for you to come invade me. It's like an interesting way for them to use the mechanics to give me control, like to play offensively. Can I also tell a door to open? Just stay open for them instead of locking it? Green bar shows capacity. In the case of the workshop or a library, a unit working in the room or an item of stock both take up the same capacity bar. Screen guy here. I see what you're saying. I guess now I have heal. Yeah, I understand that. I'm just asking for the future, like, could they have continued to have built up
You need a bigger treasure.
traps in that room, or do they have too many guys in there? Oh, do traps not deplete when they activate the first time? Do they, like, have, like, a cooldown to activate again? Yeah, I'd be down to play Stray. It's like 4 hours, right? Been following it for a while. Kowloon Walled City.
Your creatures are under attack.
They last a while before they need to be
Your
replaced.
creatures are attacking the enemy.
Now, all of the creatures will try to go to that if it's in my own area, if possible. Can I, like, dismiss the banner at some point?
Your creatures are falling in battle. Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are falling in battle. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle. You need a bigger treasure room. Your
Or they
creatures are
ignored
falling
if they're
in battle.
training, is that the problem? So my imps are doing all the fighting right now?
Your creatures are falling in battle. Your minions are winning a battle.
Nope, didn't mean to do that. Okay, now they're under the influence of the banner, right? Creatures I haven't given a specific job to. Okay. And training counts as a job, I suppose. I see. Okay, thank you. So if I cast that again up here... You might have to destroy this door, basically. Okay, now they're all moving.
Treasure room.
I think it's all imps that I have in there right now. Hopefully I just have enough damage to overwhelm here, we'll see. Oh, I'd have to draw them from here, right? Okay, I understand now. They're not designed to get involved in combat here. Okay, thank you.
Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle.
Now, will my portals start restocking creatures who died in an offensive like this? Like I can send an offensive off and then rebuild? Can I disable the call to arms?
Your creatures are under attack.
And just kind of have them walk around and fight stuff?
Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle. You need a bigger treasure room.
Okay, gotcha. So much screaming. I disable the banner, they'll still feel anything they see. How do I disable it? Do I just have to click on it again, or?
Falling in battle. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are falling in battle.
What enemy they're attacking at the moment? So greater skill on all your creatures. Increase level bestows greater skill on all. So this is like a pickup that I find that makes everybody stronger, basically.
Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your
bonus
creatures are falling
items.
in battle.
Will my characters attempt to grab them on their own?
Your creatures are falling in battle. Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are falling in battle. You need a bigger treasure room. Your minions are winning a battle.
I can effectively teleport units by grabbing them from the menu like this, right? Try to stash them in the library. Okay. Subvert a hero to your cause. So does the increased level thing, like, does it apply to all my monsters when they grab it, or? I have to click the item to trigger their effects. So I click them in my library, basically.
You have bewitched a hero.
Oh, that's cool.
Your creatures have been blessed with experience.
Okay, that's cool. So this just give everyone like a single level up, basically.
You need a bigger treasure room.
All monsters under your control gain 1 level. And it has to be in the library for me to pop it. I can't pop it from the location where they discovered it initially, I assume. I don't know if the game wants me to go somewhere even further north to fight dudes here. Is that what this is? There must be like a single human enemy that I'm leaving behind or something.
You have tunneled into a new area.
Maybe it's just me tunneling into the new area. It's all impenetrable rock.
You need a bigger treasure room.
I see. That's a door. Okay, I see.
Beware, the Lord of the Land approaches.
Your reign shall end before this day is done.
Your creatures are under attack.
I can only drop creatures on my claimed areas. Okay, that makes sense.
Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle.
So I can't drop them right into battle unless my imps have claimed all of the area out where they are, right? Okay. That makes sense. Can imps work as cannon fodder? Because it forced the computer to target them or something? Heal just costs gold, but I can cast it a bunch because I have effectively infinite gold in this level. Do I just like spam click on them to do it? Or look for the ones that have like more black on their little starburst thing? Oh, okay, cool. It's about perfect timing then. We'll save the 10 minutes for your next session, Noobulator. Future Marstead, check the Dungeon Keeper text file. I'll try to add some more notes aside from what I added today. And then Noobulator, if you got a few more notes to hit me with in Discord, I'll add them in there too. This game's super fun. I'm still enjoying the hell out of it. I detest this genre. I don't understand it. It doesn't work for me, but this game works for me better than any of the other ones I've played. And I think it's a lot of, like, good design is a big part of it. Like, it's clearly designed around being a single player campaign as opposed to a multiplayer game that they threw a campaign in just to have one. So it's really, really good.
Game saved.
Cool. Thanks. Next subblock game is Wilmot's Warehouse. Give me a little bit of time to get that set up here.
Flowerhat.